Man. Talking free agency during the break. Third Degree Radio, y'all. Dash Radio. We are back in this BITC
channel. Dig it.
Yep. I know you're listening live. If you just came in, the first part of the show was just dope too. So make sure you retune in on Tuesday, tomorrow from 12 to 2.
Mañana.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you just love the show that much, want to hear our voices twices. You know, that's a new word. Twices. That's full time. Twices.
Yeah. You stupid. Oh my goodness.
Man, what else going on in this crazy ass world we live in?
Twice as a decade for Black Moon returns.
What the fuck?
She's a segue queen today, dude.
Hey, what the fuck?
She using her turn signal today. She merging lanes with the toes. She ain't just like some people just go to another subject. No segue, no blinker. She merging like a motherfucker. She putting the arm out the window and everything.
Tinkling. That's how the blinker sound. Tinkling.
Damn, what kind of car you got? Tinkling. What the fuck?
A Prius?
He said Prius.
Yeah, you gotta get a pink Prius.
Don't knock the Prius, bro. We seen the Prius in action on the news. Don't knock the Prius,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Dude was hanging out that motherfucker with that fofo, that cowboy gun, out the Prius. Bitch, drive. Hit these corners. I'm hanging out this window, getting off. I don't give a fuck.
He did some real movie
all
shit.
90. You better get all 91 miles per hour out this motherfucker you can get.
They gonna say we did 130, but we know what this little motherfucker can do.
That's real talk. Okay, well, Black Moon returns with their first video in 16 years. Wow. New York backpack rap pioneers Black Moon have reemerged from the underground with their first new song and video in 16 years titled Creep With Me.
Boot Camp
track
Click
serves as the lead single from their upcoming fourth album, Rise of the Moon, which is expected to arrive before Labor Day.
Buckshot Shorty.
This right here,
Evil
I
Deee.
don't know how many people are Black Moon fans, Boot Camp Click. I don't know how many people really rock with that.
Rock with them heavy.
I'm extra excited right now.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else.
I see it in your face. It's written all over your face.
It's stupid. The song's title and chorus in Snoop Dogg's memorable open lyric from the 1991 collaborative single Deep Cover. So the Creep With Me, as y'all is Deep Cover 187 featuring Dr. Dre. If you're not up on Deep Cover, I don't know what rock you were under, because that was the introduction to Snoop Dogg.
Well, we got a lot of young listeners too. They could have been still in
and
Daddy's
you know
balls.
what? And I want to shout out the East Coast for real, just for acknowledging the impact that Dog made. I mean, Redman sampled him, Biggie Smalls sampled him, Jay-Z sampled him. You know, Boot Camp Click. You know, I mean, everybody was just like. That's why when he got on stage at that first Source Awards and he said, "Hold on, New York. Wait, y'all ain't got no motherfucking love for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Like, I know that's a motherfucking lie, because the way y'all knock our shit out here, and I'm here, you know, people putting me on records and asking me for collaborations and all that. I know that's some bullshit, but what it was they had an issue with what Suge said about Puffy.
Right.
So that was the kind of like friction and the tension right there.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's real. They really embraced Dog though, and you know, let him merge into his position in hip hop, you know, seamlessly. So I just want to shout the East Coast out for that, man.
East Coast?
Yeah, indeed. The Brooklyn trio,
Jersey,
Buckshot,
Philly,
DJ Evil Deee in 5 Feet dropped his last song and video, Stay Real, in 2003. It was taken from Total Eclipse, their third album and follow-up to the 1999's Warzone. So, yeah, excited about that. Last year, Black Moon celebrated the 25th anniversary of his classic 1993 debut album, Into the Stage.
Into the Stage. They had that Got You Open on there.
Yeah,
that's what,
Don't Front.
You know I got you open. It's the original and the original. What?
That was my Dolce right there. They got it popping.
Yeah.
Okay, on to some other stuff now. You know, I've been keeping y'all up to date with the Lil Durk situation.
Yeah.
And the judge finds probable cause to charge Lil Durk with criminal intent to commit murder.
Damn it.
Man.
Yeah, Yeah, bruh, we rooting for you, but this is crazy. Okay, so 2 weeks after Lil Durk was arrested for criminal attempt to commit murder and 4 other felony charges, he faces some potentially damning evidence in the case against him. According to a report published by Atlanta WSB-TV on Friday, June 14th, a police detective claims that the video footage shows Lil Durk shooting a man while driving near the Varsity restaurant in the city. The
That nigga was shooting and driving?
Man, you can do that, you know.
I mean, you can, but I'm saying today niggas don't really get down like that. We used to do it all the time. I'm like, damn, he's shooting and driving. He was after his man. Go ahead, finish the story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The shooting Durk was arrested for took place at the Varsity on February 5th and left one man with non-lethal bullet wounds. One detective, possibly the same one, says the man was robbed of $30,000, a gold chain, and a vehicle amid the attack.
Damn.
In another courtroom
development,
in another courtroom development from earlier today, an Atlanta Police Department witness claimed to have seen Durk pull out a gun on the day of the shooting. From there, she said she ran around the building and heard gunshots in the area. When she made her way back to the place, she saw Durk. She said she saw the victim in a pool of blood. The judge has now found probable cause for Durk and his co-defendant, King Von, to be charged with criminal attempt to commit murder as well as others. Earlier, it was reported that Durk and Von faced charges of criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, shooting at an unlawful for person employed by / associated with criminal street gang to conduct / participate in criminal gang activities, possession of firearm during commission of a felony, and possession of firearm by convicted felon.
Oh,
Damn it.
This is not looking good.
Not looking
man,
good.
all them slashes and all that shit.
Slashes
that
ain't good.
yeah,
I
them
was like,
slashes
when
ain't
it's
good.
gonna stop? The day he turned himself in to local Atlanta authorities, Durk told WSB-TV that he did not commit a crime. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to run from. He
Got
said
more
at
slashes
the
on the
time.
webpage.
Man, Durk has been behind bars at Fulton County Jail since surrendering to police on May 30th. He has not been granted bond. They not gonna grant you bond for all them charges, bruh. They consider you a flight risk because you have money. Not even because you're from somewhere else.
Well,
you can go somewhere
and
else
if
just
they
because
have-
you can afford to leave.
And if they have actual footage of you getting down like that, then of course they're going to increase the bail because they have they have proof to detain you and to increase to increase your bail to make sure you don't just get out
Right.
and flee somewhere.
Right.
That's a very serious allegation. I had a charge for discharging a firearm in an inhabited dwelling, and I arrived to court about like 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late, and my lawyer said, don't worry, I'll be there. But when I came in, they revoked my bond, everything, and I
Damn.
didn't see the streets again for 10 and a half years.
Wow, because of that?
15, 20 minutes late to court. And my lawyer, old mob lawyer, he wasn't worth shit no more, obviously. He thought that he can stand in for me, but I was like, well, damn, I just bailed out like a week and a half ago. Can I get that money back?
For real.
I was like, shit, okay, good luck with that.
I don't think
So-
they do refunds and stuff.
They don't.
Yeah.
Don't even try to get one.
Yeah, once they get it, it's got.
So yeah, man, just wishing the victim in the situation a full recovery.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him, whoever done it, and hopefully the truth will come out about this. And if Durk is not guilty, hopefully he'll get exonerated and get back to his family and everything. If he guilty, brother, you gotta face the consequences of your actions.
You gotta do it, man.
Yep.
On another note, 21 Savage donates $25,000 to get detained immigrants access to legal counsel.
Oh, cool.
That's dope.
I saw this. I said, this right here is
That's
so
dope.
needed right now.
Yeah, man.
Yes, 21 Savage has made a major financial contribution to help immigrants get legal representation while detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. On Friday, June 14th, reps for Atlanta rapper announced that 21 donated $25,000 to Southern Poverty Law Center, an Alabama-based nonprofit civil rights organization that is helping him with his ongoing deportation battle with ICE. 21's attorney, Charles Cook, said the monies will go to my auntie say money like that. I like the way. Said the monies will go to help immigrants in detentions centers in the Deep South get access to legal counsel. 21 Savage, quote, 21 Savage is making this donation public because every day Americans need to know that ICE is using civil immigration detention as a weapon against immigrants, many of whom, like 21 Savage, have relief from deportation and are able to fix their immigration status, Cook said in a press release. As you may recall, 21 Savage, he's not from here, as we all know, so he was also detained. And, sometimes you're in there, like I have a family member still in there.
Damn.
She's been in there for about almost a year.
Yeah, ICE is true.
A little over a year, and she was getting released, and we thought she was gonna get released and get released to come home here. So they said, well, nah, you gonna get released, but you have to leave.
Damn.
So we working on that, but at the same time, I had an uncle had to go through the same thing, and it was taking so long. He just said, you know what, send me home, just send me back to Belize. So he ended up going back. When you see these concentration camps or whatever that they have
horrendous,
these people in,
horrendous,
with children,
babies. I mean,
sleeping
some of them not even a year
them.
old.
If you don't get teary-eyed or some kind of emotion, you're not human.
Yeah, sleeping on them chrome mylar blankets.
Some of them can't
no
sleep.
access,
it's so crowded.
no access to bathing facilities.
I think they just reconnected like a real small child to their parents. Like this child wasn't even a year.
Yeah, if they didn't have a system to be able to find their parents, they should have never separated them in the first damn
Trump
place.
bitch ass.
Imagine somebody. I mean, how can you sit there and think that shit is cool if you have kids? You're not gonna take my kid away from me some concentration
Well, when you don't raise your
kids don't matter.
When you don't
grown people,
black and brown lives don't matter to him, and also when your kids are raised by nannies and various
boarding schools,
boarding schools and this and that, your emotional attachment to children isn't the same as someone who raised and nurtured a child from birth up until adulthood. Thank you.
But they don't even know his little son. Trump don't even know his little son Barron. The little slow looking motherfucker.
You haven't had children yet, guy. I'm
not gonna have them. Trust me. I eat a lot of pineapple.
You don't do that.
They gonna drink these babies. They ain't about to have them.
You are so dumb. Anyway.
Save you a lot of money, damn it. Do your shit.
No, but basically, 21 Savage can relate to the struggles of being detained. So he's definitely going to help. He said it's the worst. It was his worst nightmare. And I mean,
and a lot of people came to bat for him then.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think Jay-Z even did something for him. Meek Mills did something for him, I believe.
Yeah.
That was cool, man.
Yeah.
I salute and applaud the hip hop community for getting right on top of that for him. And I don't even know if they had personal relationships with him. They just knew about his situation and came to his aid, which is dope.
Yeah, and another thing, I know you guys heard about the couple in Arizona.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, and Jay-Z also is helping if they need counsel. Yep. He's offered his help with them for representation and whatever they need.
You talking about the girl that came out the store
with the baby? They pulled the guns out on the baby because they
bitch
said the
little
girl she also got hurt, and the father, he was also hurt by the cops. So Jay-Z's offering his help.
That's
and
crazy
services
for a 99-cent dog.
Yeah, it was like so unnecessary.
A lot of shit is
so
unnecessary.
I mean, did you see how they had that brother on the corner where the girl she was pleading with her son,
started
like,
crying and all that. Like that's crazy.
She got her man just got killed not too long ago in the parking lot. So she was pleading with them, and they was pulling out all kinds of guns.
And they just kept coming.
And I'm glad to see the fallout from the Central Park 5 case in New York. But when
Me too.
The prosecuting attorney and also the district attorney and everything, they're losing their jobs and book deals and endorsements. I'm glad to see that that's happening. Now the next fallout's got to be Trump in that next election because he's the one who was pressing. He took out the ads in the newspapers like they should be guilty, and then they're exonerated. He was like, yo, they still guilty. And so now it's like, yo, a lot of fallout from that. Shout out to Ava DuVernay and Oprah Winfrey for making sure this story saw the light of day.
Yes.
Yeah, come on back home, Oprah. After that Michael Jackson thing, we were skeptical. Bring your big old black self back home, girl.
I love you to death, but they was canceling you at the cookout, sister.
Right.
Even though you would have brought everything, they were still canceling you at the.
Hey, she a journalist, man. I ain't mad at her for the whole Michael Jackson.
But after they had been discredited so many years ago, for you to resurface that without any new information,
hey man,
or
we weren't excited about it.
New confirmation,
She's trying to get that bag.
Yeah,
she already got the bag.
She got the bag.
More bags.
And the fallout from that caused Michael Jackson's estate to suffer. Yeah, to suffer.
Wow. Okay.
So that was kind of like a bad move, and we was kind of looking at her sideways. So
Mike is an icon.
Get back with your peoples.
Told you about
Get back with your peoples, Oprah.
We love you.
Hey, Oprah, get back with your peoples, Oprah.
We need Celie in them. We need Celie in them. Papa will not beat you.
Not stealing it, but we want to salute 21 Savage for helping out.
No doubt.
Putting his money where his mouth is.
No
Exactly. Now, on another note, we have Dumb and Dumber. I guess Suge Knight business partner sentenced for selling video evidence to TMZ. Brother, why?
What happened?
The judge in Knight's case prohibited the release of any evidence in the murder case. A business partner of Marion Suge Knight was sentenced on Wednesday after pleading no contest for conspiring to sell sealed video evidence to TMZ.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Mark Blankenship, 58, was charged with one felony count of conspiracy to obstruct justice. Stupid, right? After entering his plea, Blankenship was immediately sentenced to 5 years of formal probation in order to pay $55,000 in restitution, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. This is some unnecessary.
TMZ is owned by Harvey Levin, who's a lawyer.
Who is a lawyer.
So he knows the law.
Come on, that's why he got paparazzi on TV. It's illegal to have paparazzi now.
He's not gonna do that knowing that this document was sealed. Yeah. He probably was the one who called. Hey, look here.
I got this.
What's crazy? He's like the only outlet of that nature that I seen retract statements if the shit was not right.
Right.
Like, I've never seen anybody say, well, nah, we gonna take that back. Like when they make that comment about Rihanna out there, that racist comment about motherfuckers didn't retract their statement.
Right.
He got some misinformation. We retracted, immediately. So, I feel where he's coming from as far as he's not gonna accept it. He knows better.
So
he knows better, damn it.
So this dude only got 5. This dude only got 5 years of probation.
And 55, he got to pay $55,000 in restitution. For something stupid.
Well, he better have his sister go $55,000 in prostitution.
You dumb as hell. I can't. Speaking of arrests, the man was arrested in a 2016 shooting involving NBA YoungBoy.
Who was?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
In Baton Rouge.
I thought you meant the nigga we was talking about. I'm like, he getting around. This nigga selling surveillance tape, shooting motherfuckers, all kinds of shit. This nigga bad.
This nigga Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
You're not getting 5 years probation for that shit. I tell you that right now. If that was the case, it'd be real bad out here.
Jacquees Bourne.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana man believed to be responsible for 2016 drive-by shooting involving NBA YoungBoy has been arrested, according to the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office website. Trulendrick Norman was taken into custody on Monday, June 10th on charges of second-degree attempted murder. WBRZ reports the shooting took place on November 2nd, 2016 in the 2000 block of Kentucky Street. When police arrived on the scene, they determined multiple male suspects had driven by the home and fired at 2 male victims who were standing in the front yard. Later that morning, officers were dispatched to a nearby address and discovered the vehicle used in the shooting, as well as a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the shoulder. Following the investigation, police learned the suspects had gone to the Kentucky Street area to confront the victims about an alleged murder. As of this month, 3 of the suspects have been identified: Norman Benfields and Kentrell Galden, better known as NBA YoungBoy. The arrest report states YoungBoy and Norman were the shooters. Fields was also arrested on June 10th and charged with the principal to attempted first-degree murder. He was released on Tuesday, June 11th, according to jail records. YoungBoy pleaded guilty to aggravated assault with a firearm for his nonviolent in 2017 and placed on probation. In addition to the attempted second-degree murder charge, Norman also faces a possession of a stolen firearm charge. He's currently being held on $110,000 bond. Norman's arrest comes days after police also linked another associate of YoungBoy to the 2017 shooting death of fellow local rapper G Money. A lot of shooting going on out there, boys. Pow, pow, pow. Can we just talk about it? Can we just talk about it? But yeah.
Throw them hands instead. Throw them hands, man.
That's what they say. We got boxing rings and stuff. You know, you make some money on the side too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, well, they ain't buying them things. They ain't buying them mops and all that shit with them 30s and 50s in them.
That's real.
Doing no squabbling.
On a positive note, T.I. is set to star in a movie against Flint water crisis. Okay, T.I. has reportedly signed on to star in a major film that revolves around the ongoing water crisis in Flint, Michigan. I thought this was very good because what I've noticed now, bringing awareness to things, you have to do stuff like this. You have to make a damn series or a movie about it. Just talking about it don't matter because had they not do that when they see us, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have happened.
And that's how
it wouldn't have been the repercussions.
And that's how you bring awareness to things that are lacking in certain communities. So I'm gonna do a movie on the lack of head going on in the black community, and maybe to bring awareness to our sisters that.
I don't know what black community you from. I doubt. It's a lack of sisters.
You just going in the wrong areas, guy. You going in the too bougie areas.
You picking lint off my shit.
I cannot.
Smelling it. No, just put it in your mouth, damn it. You be looking at it, inspecting it like you at a factory. Okay, go ahead.
I can. Okay. And Deadline announced on Tuesday, June 11th, that Tip will top line a film called Flint, which is set against the Flint water crisis in Michigan that has affected over 100,000 residents.
Yeah, still.
The fictional movie produced by Will Smith's Overbrook Entertainment is about a spiritually reformed ex-convict who finds himself entangled in a murder mystery while the polluted water crisis rage on his hometown of Flint. Overbrook's James Lassiter and Khalid Pinkett will serve as executive producers alongside Harris and Brian Scher from Grand Hustle Film, as well as the late filmmaker John Singleton. The last time a project about Flint water crisis was presented on screen was in 2017 with the Lifetime television movie Flint, which starred Queen Latifah. T.I. has been keeping himself busy in Hollywood. Last summer, he appeared in the box office hit Ant-Man and the Wasp. This year, the Atlanta rapper will star alongside Eddie Murphy in the Dolomite biopic. Dolomite as well as RZA directed heist thriller Cutthroat City. Okay, I kind of want to see that.
T.I. got some acting chops,
and Paul.
No, he do.
And Paul W.S. Anderson's upcoming film Monster Hunter. No, it ain't even T.I. It's the Dolomite. No offense to disrespect. I'm just not into that.
That's supposed to be a good.
My first introduction, even trying to watch what they call that type of film,
blaxploitation
film, was watching him, and I was like,
way down in the jungle deep.
The first thing I said was, who wrote this shit?
Yeah.
Did they have a script? Cause it don't seem like
you know I don't wear these old cotton drawers.
And I'm like, why is he talking so loud?
I was more of a fan of the spoken than the acting.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah.
We're gonna see what Eddie Murphy does with it.
We'll see what Eddie Murphy does with it, because he might actually, but if he gonna way down in the jungle deep. Jungle deep.
We see how that turned out.
That's Eddie. That is Eddie.
I've been pretty on point with the film things and stuff like that when they be trying to, when they talk about rebooting and remakes and all that type of stuff. So I don't know
like
about
Shaft. Anybody see Shaft this weekend?
No.
Okay.
What was the remake that I said that's not gonna cut it?
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery was trash.
And there was another movie. I just said the same thing. Like,
they should have left it in the cemetery.
Yeah, they should have.
What?
It was trash.
Let it go.
It seemed like it's cool.
What was you talking about though?
What you mean?
That was the one you was talking about? Pet Cemetery?
It was another one though. It was another one. I said they shouldn't remake that. It's not gonna do good.
Oh, did we see it or we didn't see it?
It was not. It wasn't. It was it Shaft? It wasn't Shaft. It was.
No, it wasn't Shaft.
It was Superfly.
Yes,
yeah, that was horrible.
It was.
I said this is going nowhere.
It was different.
No.
It was nothing like the original Superfly.
You ain't gonna beat the original.
No,
Well,
you're not. But at
Don't do it.
at least keep up with what the original was.
Right. Yeah, that's like saying you can't make Distant Lover as good as Marvin Gaye did it. So you're gonna do it.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, you're gonna do it in another style, in another way.
beat.
No, just do you another song.
Yeah, just do you another song, brother. Don't even do it.
Make a modern day one. Because if you look at All About the Benjamins, right? If you look at that movie and Truck Turner from back in the day with Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, Isaac
It
Hayes.
kind of was the same movie. It's like but they did it. They didn't try to do Truck Turner.
They
did All About the Benjamins, and it worked.
I liked Truck Turner.
Yeah, and I liked All About the Benjamins.
I like Truck Turner.
I have to look at both.
Huh?
When he took his boy
I have to
down
look
there,
at both.
he said, "You said kill a nigga, that's Truck Turner." I'm
Right.
Yeah, Truck Turner.
Big ass gun. This nigga
I didn't know
had, too.
Shaft just came out this weekend. We're gonna have to check that out. We said we was going to the movies.
They
this
got
week.
Richard
We're gonna
Roundtree
check
in
that
it, who's
Got
the
all
original
the rest-
Shaft.
yeah.
They got,
It does have Richard
Samuel
Roundtree.
Jackson.
Yep.
Samuel
And I just read a story on why he say motherfucker a lot. He had a stuttering problem, and he got bullied, and that's how they say somebody said they was counting how many times he said motherfucker in the movie, and they stopped at 40.
I'm telling you, he write his own script, man. I think he write his own stuff.
But he said when at the right moment,
Yeah,
it
he
fits
does,
right
man.
perfectly in there.
I
when
think he
he's
should
supposed to say it.
trademark the damn word and get paid every time somebody else say it.
He can't do that.
I know.
Nah, he
He
can't
would
do
get
that.
laced the fuck up.
Yeah.
You will not hear motherfucker ever again.
That probably say, get your motherfucking ass out of here.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Hey, he gets the best lines.
He does,
dude.
man.
I'm so sorry.
I fucks with Samuel
I
Jackson.
do.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite actors.
So we might go check that out, man. Y'all go check out Shaft.
Shaft,
Support black cinema,
Yes.
man. Black films, all that. We always run and we go see John Wick and all these other things that come out.
Wait,
this
did y'all
rest of
see
the-
John Wick?
Yeah,
I ain't even
so-
do no
I ain't never see
spoilers,
it.
but okay.
Yeah.
The comedy though, the comedy kind of shut down on that.
It did.
It was.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do it, or you are gonna do it.
What?
Spoilers.
Nah, that's not spoilers.
I'm
Spoilers
just,
is actually like.
I'm just saying,
giving-
were you going to continue?
No, I was just saying like they shouldn't.
The comedy didn't work in it. Is that what you're saying?
Nah.
The cute little lines they have in action movies didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get a load
Yeah,
of
it was
me?
more like Stone Cold Steve Austin
Oh,
ish.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trying to.
He said ish.
Yeah, we be right back with a God thing, y'all. Keep it locked on Third Degree Radio.
Real quick,
Indeed.
I like
That's
to
radio.
say shout out and rest in peace to Shorty from the Lynch Mob. And I just found out the homeboy Reese passed away this morning as well.
Reese from Dago,
Reese from Watts.
Watts. We used to be with J.O.
Used to be with Corrupt at the house up top. They called him Reezy.
Rest in
remember.
peace,
Yeah.
brother.
Wow, yeah.
Shout
yeah,
out, rest in peace,
man.
and blessings to y'all families.
Yeah.
Whew.
East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Dirty South. We here. It's Third Degree Radio.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight